Good morning, beautiful people. It's Margarita again, part 3, and I'm feeling really joyful today. I could tell you, I have to read this to you. Tova. If you are Jewish out there, it's Yom Kippur, and it's a beautiful 25-hour day, if you can call it, from last night to this evening, for fasting. And if you know about the pyramid of detoxification, a little bit of fasting can help healing in all kinds of pain and illness situations. So if you are feeling any pain or illness or trauma to the body, a little fasting can go a long way. At the top of the pyramid, actually, it's dry fast, but I can't do that because I still have my my one pill to take, my proton pump inhibitor, and which I'm replacing with a beautiful product called Alcapure. Oh, geez, I forgot to bring it over, and that is something I need to take with water. So that I can replace this disgusting number, Big Pharma, with something like this. Very pure product, which does basically the same thing, reduces hyperacidity, but with alkaline salts very naturally. And getting that down to a maintenance dose eventually, and drop the pharma altogether. And also need to take these botanicals with water. So I'm certainly not forgetting these beautiful 8 bottles that I need to take every day, twice a day. So that is very important to keep up. And also another thing that's incredibly joyful to me is my GP really pulled through for me today. My sweet, can I do a shout out to Dr. Doss here at Toronto St. Michael's Hospital. He's actually in an offshoot in another building, but he's connected to St. Mike's, and just a lovely, compassionate, beautiful human being who heard my pleas 2 days ago about getting this Port-a-Cath removed, this disgusting thing. He's having it expedited, and I'm getting it done this Friday. That means in 2 days I can go to St. Michael's Hospital and get it removed and not have to wait another month, which is when my horrible oncologist set the date. Oh, he didn't even set the date for me. Actually, he did say he was going to set the date, but he didn't set the date. I had to call in myself and make my own appointment. And you see what I mean? Once you are not owned by them, which they prefer, and I disown them, they basically make everything a struggle. So it was a very messy divorce, you can say, and this is what happened. But thank you to my Dr. Dust, thank you to my precious GP, thank you to my friend Yulia, who passed his name along to me, has performed the job, and I am so grateful. I'm so blessed to have these wonderful people in my life now, in my new support group. You know, not just my lovely wife, but also my new doctor, my friends, all my new friends that I made through this journey. So I am so blessed, and shout out to Jeanette, who put me on this healing path to detox and change my diet and get what I needed botanically, get what I needed healthy, pure, anti-pharma wise, to get me off the pharmaceuticals. Thank you all so much. I'm having a great day. And the reason why it was so important for me to get the port out now, this week, is because Sunday we are celebrating our 12-year anniversary of the day that we met, not the day we were married. But 12 years ago, on the 23rd of September, we met, and I wanted to be kind of freak-free and without the port on our special day. We're going to have a special evening out, going to a raw restaurant here in Toronto called Live, and celebrate that with a feeling of peace and serenity, that there are no more gadgets inserted into me, that there is no one planning any more appointments for me, that no more blood will be drawn, that I will not be poked and prodded into my port, that no more toxic chemicals will be inserted into me or flushed into me, and no one will be carving into me. That is also very, very, very much a relief. I weight off my shoulders and my head, and you want to get away from thinking. You want to get away from the head. The head is trying to intellectualize everything, and that sends it all down to my emotions, and my emotions get involved, and that's a very bad situation for your healing process. So, woo! All done with that. I think it'll be the last cut of our relationship with Princess Margaret, and I'm so happy. I could kiss you all. I could kiss my dog right on the mouth. BB, would you like a kiss in the mouth? Would you like a kiss in the mouth? I don't really like doing that kind of stuff. This is just so great, and I want to get that out there. That if you have this, and remember that little 18-year-old girl who had the port taken in and crying and, what, you're not giving me candy, you're not giving me ice cream, this is painful. She's right, and it's painful even when you don't have chemo pouring through the port. You just feel pain and soreness and bruising. This is like I showed you, a massive bruise. You don't see any healing over the cut. So much discomfort and pain when you're not even getting anything through the port. It's all day. It's all the time. It's 24/7. So it's something I want to sort of relate to you. When they tell you it's the best option for you, you don't want the PICC line in your arm. Oh, you're gonna have all these tubes all around you. You'd rather have the port. I'm sure you have that. And you're such an active girl. If you're active, please get the port. And both options are horrible because you're still getting toxic chemicals flushed through your body in a big wave of toxicity and battery acid and things that you can't even touch with the naked hand. So really just such a relief to get away from the big multi-billion-dollar cancer industry, which it is an industry. It is an industry, and you are reduced to a number, MRN 4548391. Reporting for duty, sir. Yes, sir, I'm here. I'm here for my treatment. What is my date of birth? August 1672. I don't know how many times I've had to repeat my date of birth because it is just that. Drill, drill, drill. You're like in the military. You're putting in your little card. You're reporting for treatment. Everyone else is doing the same thing. It's like you're sort of you're cashing out at the grocery store at the register. So you're pushing your little card through. I threw that out. I shredded it and got it recycled. It was a scanner reading barcode. So you're putting your little card under the scanner. It is ticking you in and reporting you for duty. So you are here. You are in attendance. And everyone there waiting in the waiting room. I have to actually wash all of these scarves because they smell like hospitals. It's disgusting. I would like to wash them all by hand and scrub them vigorously because they just bring back those disgusting memories, and it's the smell is doing good. I was going to wear my little Danish of oppression, but since I got the good news a few minutes ago, I am wearing my Happy Sunlight wrap. Happy sunlight, no oppression. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so blessed that there are people out there who do care about you as a human being. You know, you are a product of Mother Nature. You're special. You're an individual. You're someone to be seen as human and loved and taken care of and seen. You know, you're really not seen when you're given a number and you're given a card to sign in with, and you're just a little name on an appointment sheet. So great. Whew. It's a hot day today, but I'm feeling hot because of this amazing feeling, and emotions are running really, really rampant, and I'm great, in a great way. So that is a happy news I'm trying to share with you guys today. I've also lost a lot of my symptoms so far. I have definitely, I have no more nausea. Definitely no more nausea, and no more feelings of vomiting. Must have a vom. And definitely my stomach used to really feel like it rumbled, but it was always feeling like it was empty, and no nutrition was getting in through the stomach at all. No matter how well I ate, I only ate raw fruits and had my juices and vegetable salads. And it certainly did not feel like any of that absorption was going on at all. Now I'm getting food absorbed, and you can feel there's no more pain in my intestines as it's traveling through, that there's a gurgling, and no more constipation. Yes, that was the worst symptom, sitting there and having to, and I'm a pretty small person, but like holding on to the sink while I'm trying to, eliminate. It was just as horrible. I'd be there for half an hour at least, just trying. The constipation's gone. Sleep is better. I'm no longer, getting up at 6 in the morning, which is probably the reason why I had these early mornings, getting it out of bed, getting my regime of juices and lemon water, and getting to the hospital. And food, you need to get some breakfast in you as per their regime, and getting into the hospital for 9 a.m. every morning, and then 5 days a week, pounding on my stomach with radiation. I don't think I told you, I have a friend who had lymphoma, and he had lymphoma in 3 different places, lungs, stomach, and in the groin. And they alternated radiation. They actually did not pound his one organ every week for 5 days and then return to another organ. They actually alternated because it's so difficult to have that much radiation on your stomach. But Princess Margaret Hospital felt that was okay. 5 days a week in a row for 5 weeks straight, pounding on the same area on your stomach. Like the nausea, the vomiting, the urge to vomit. Sunnybrook didn't want to do that kind of thing to my friend, but Princess Margaret thought that was pretty okay to just keep on going and not let up on the stomach. So you can appreciate that. I was in the radiation waiting room one time, and there's a little dressing room because you're putting on a dressing gown. I heard someone weeping their eyes out inside the dressing room. The dressing room has a door, but someone's just really crying it out, and it's just as bad, if not worse, than chemo. I'm not sure which is worse. I think they're about the same in terms of toxicity and the horrible things you can do to your body to damage it. And on a road to try to heal it, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And then uphill struggle now to get myself detoxed. I'm on the second week, and I'm mostly on my Alka-Pure now and less on the big pharma pills, which I'm weaning off of. Thank you to Jeanette for your PPA cessation protocol. I'm following that diligently, and my doctor, Dr. Das, who looked at that protocol and said, "This is very reasonable. This is good. Why didn't I think of that?" He didn't know about Alka-Pure, so it's always good to educate your GPs about this too, and especially the young, energetic, compassionate ones that I have right now. Is definitely that brand. So eager to learn. You want to have a younger, eager to learn kind of doctor, because I had made that mistake of going with a GP for many, 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 many years, who felt she was the expert, and so that made her sort of gave her the last word, gave her too much, I guess, overconfidence over how she was misdiagnosing me for the last 7 years. If you hear the word the acronym IBS, it is nothing but BS. You must go into several different kinds of tests to rule out everything under the sun before you get the diagnosis of IBS. But that was her initial go-to. And so that's how you know the sign of a very under-knowledgeable, not well versed, and overconfident GP. So please, if you are having, gastrointestinal problems right now and you have been given the diagnosis of IBS, right off the bat, you've got the wrong GP. So hopefully that helps somebody today. And every doctor and genetics counselor I've spoken to since then has spoken to me about that and said the exact same thing. Why did that happen for the last 7 years? And instead of checking off more boxes beforehand and ruling them out, so that I could have had a look at myself sooner and had looked and seen that there were damaged cells forming inside my stomach. So that is important. If you were born in Russia, that I was born in Russia, or South Asia, Korea, Japan, you will have this bacteria called H. pylori, and I feel like a lot of people will definitely live a long time with H. pylori and not have any symptoms, that's for sure. But if you have been born in those countries, you have that bacteria in your stomach, which can be potentially dangerous, tumor forming. Plus my great luck of having history of cancer in my family, prostate and lymphoma. So, or definitely tumors and those kinds of major health issues in my immediate family make you more of a genetic risk. So weak genes. Yeah, I was born second in line. H. pylori. High acid diet, even though I was a vegan. I had a lot of wheat gluten protein, soy protein break down into acids. Diet that contributed, so all of that to the tumor that grew and is now getting smaller. So I am giving you the heads up about that, so ruling out all those factors, and diet being a huge one. Genetics, of course, big one, that weak genetics being passed down from generation to generation. So I'm going to have a good day. I'm fasting and I feel great. I'm going to be doing this intermittently. I'm not going to just do it just today. It's always good to have a fast, because that's how I heard from Dr. Morse that this is how animals in the wild heal themselves. They lay down and they don't eat, and they heal their bodies. And it's very important for humans to remember that we are part of the animal kingdom, if you want to call it, and fasting every so often will jumpstart your immune system and jumpstart your lymphatic system and help them get to the places where you have weakness and pain, things like that, tumors, cysts, any kind of arthritis, any kind of problem, migraines. So thank you for listening. I'm sorry I went a little long today. I'm so happy. And have a wonderful, wonderful sunshiny day, all of you. Love you all. Thank you for listening.